I'm going to give you a crash course in suicidal thinking. One moment. Gotta pause. So, when people stab me in the back, well, the first thing to go through my mind is I should probably just kill myself now. I mean, obviously, that's the only way to get people to actually look at what the hell's going on. Now, with the threats, harassment, and all that bullshit that I had to deal with before Natalie was killed, I just wanted someone to kill me. Either Natalie Bollinger and Alicia Bollinger come forward and tell the truth, or I get help getting a court date, which obviously wasn't going to happen with every mandated reporter blowing me the fuck off. Or I get someone to kill me. So then there was a situation where I've got all these people telling me they're going to help me, they're going to help me, they're going to help me, and they just never did. They were too busy. If these were my friends, they wouldn't have done what they did. Natalie Bollinger was my best friend for a reason. I understand why she did what she did. She loves her family. Even Ted, who raped her. People don't want to hear that, do they? No, they don't. So, when Natalie Bollinger was killed, getting a court date obviously was no longer a viable option with Natalie. I needed her to tell the truth. I needed to be protected from my abusers. I am an at-risk adult. I jumped through the hoops to get disability. I was supposed to be getting help, actual help. No. Didn't work out that way, did it? I just wanted to see my older brother in Boulder, Colorado, without being threatened, harassed, or fucking assaulted. That's all I wanted. I just wanted those people to leave me the fuck alone. I offered a lot of people my money if they would kill me. I offered them my vehicle if they would kill me. I offered to dig my own hole if they would kill me. I just wanted it to stop. I wanted Natalie Bollinger's friends, their junkie friends, to leave me alone. Now, the primary cause of that was lies from Natalie Bollinger and, of course, lies from Maddie Boa. And Alicia Bollinger, of course, had her part in it as well. And I've already shown that everything that they were pretending in Virginia was an outright lie. I've already proven all of that. But I've only been allowed to show it on YouTube and Facebook. With Carl Rogers getting a hold of me and telling me that she was wanting to help, but she was scared because people were sending pictures of her son with a noose around his neck and creepy shit like that. And Candace Bondurant and many other people telling me that police or these web sleuth groups are harassing them and threatening them and so on and so forth. Well, I figured the only option was for me to kill myself and maybe people would leave them alone. And then I remembered Ted is still free. He can still do these things to other people. Waylon Lolatai is free. He can still do those things to other people. I told the truth about the people who helped me and how they helped, even though in most of those cases it wasn't any help at all. Their intentions were good in many cases. Most, however, did not have good intentions. So, of course, after attempting to commit suicide, it didn't work out too good, did it? I got sent to a hospital. My money and all of my stuff was taken to the Louisville police station, and Clearview abused the shit out of me. When I got out, Rochelle Shelley Campbell and Danica Garner were still in contact with me. I did get a hold of Candace. Boy, oh boy, did I rip her ass. Oh yeah, I used some curse words. A lot of them. Like, hey, you punished me because you're afraid of the cops. You punished me because the cops harassed you in Haxton, Colorado. Not cool. Well, finally they found Natalie Bollinger's killer. Thank goodness. And Rochelle Shelley Campbell, she somehow magically would only get a hold of me when I was on a Facebook ban. And I was pretty much always on a Facebook ban. If I messaged her when I wasn't on a Facebook ban, she ignored it until I was on a Facebook ban. Meanwhile, their friend Kara Johnson Miles was up to absolutely no good. And I thought to myself the whole time, you know what, if I just kill myself, and then I remembered how I was treated in Clearview, how I was treated by Waylon Lolatai, and of course, that Ted Bollinger was still out there. Now, with my evidence, being able to turn in my evidence as a homeless man is not a happening thing. Obviously, the FBI don't give a shit. When Teresa Orn was being a fucking cunt while being all drunk and telling me about her dead husband, Norm, well, I didn't need to listen to her fucking whine and pine about a dead dude. I needed help. But that wasn't a happening thing, was it? So she wanted to throw a tantrum at me. Because I said, hey, I don't have time for your drunken bullshit. And I did say it nicer and more tactfully than that, but I eventually cursed her bitch ass out too. When I was at Sally Trions, pretty much the whole time I was there, I was thinking about killing myself. I just couldn't handle the bullshit that was going on in that house, the constant noise. I needed help. With Kara Johnson Miles and Ted Bollinger and all the bullshit that they pulled at my grandmother's, or no, not at my grandma's funeral, at Joseph Lopez's court date right after my grandma's funeral. Well, I was desperate to try to get help. That's when I got a hold of William Barr, who told me that the reason that he was no longer a cop is because he tried to turn in his partner for stalking a woman and claimed that he had lost his job because of that and that they had dropped the charges against his partner. Tried to use that to convince me that I should just take the punishment. See, that's what it means when you say let it go in a situation like this. It means take the punishment. Now, there's a lot of stuff that's beyond my control. People's alcoholism is beyond my control. My family being a bunch of pieces of shit is beyond my control. The fact that they just didn't care is beyond my control. When I was on the bus from from Bozeman, Montana, back down to Colorado, the shit that Lana and Amanda pulled, well, then I'm on a bus thinking to myself, man, there's gotta be some way to fucking kill myself. There's gotta be some way that I can use this bus to remove my head. And then my money showed up. The money that I had been waiting on. My disability money. It was the most fucked up thing that Lana and Amanda could have done. Now, they did lots of stuff for me up there. So did Miss Jerry. Well, Miss Jerry didn't do lots of stuff with me. Lana really didn't do jack shit. Except provide a roof and bitch at me because I wouldn't fuck her. But Amanda made quite a few photocopies. And, of course, I made quite a few photocopies. So it's not that they did absolutely nothing, it's that they didn't go through it with me. While I was looking at YouTube video after YouTube video trying to figure out how to do this internet bullshit. Not getting very far because I got shitty internet. At least I got out of there. With Shannon Alvarado, when I was underneath the railroad tracks in Chapel, Nebraska, had my car parked there to have a nice quiet phone call. She was fucking too stupid to hear what it is that I was saying. She made the same suggestion at least 30 times in that phone call. Finally, I fucking yelled at her, hey, knock it the fuck off. Stop making suggestions and fucking listen to what's going on. How are you gonna help me if you don't know what the fuck is going on? With Miss Peaches, when all I would have needed was one night to sit down and go through that stuff and get it turned into the cops, and she's like, well, you know, my mom says no and it's her place. I didn't know that. Was it really her place? Because for an entire year, her mom didn't live there. When each and every one of these people stabbed me in the back, rather than coming forward and writing a police report, it made me want to kill myself. Now, outside, with Mandy Singer not able to help me, I saw a train going by real slow, and I thought to myself, you know, after that FBI call, with them not doing a goddamn thing to help, if I put my head under there, it'll remove my head, I'd be dead, and then people might actually look at this shit. Earlier today, I saw a semi drive by, and I thought to myself, you know, when the next one comes by, I could jump out in front of it. I'd be dead, and then maybe people would look at this. My life is hell. I can't see my loved ones, and they don't seem to give a shit. It doesn't register in their heads that the reason that I can't see them is because they didn't come forward. They didn't speak up. But then again, they've all showed me that they just don't care. I simply don't matter. I'm not a human being to them. I am lip service, and that is all. With Mandy Singer, she sees the bigger picture. My life doesn't matter anymore. My life never did. No matter how good I was, it was never good enough. I could have been Jesus his fucking self, and it wouldn't have been good enough. And I told people, well before Natalie was ever killed, hey, help me or kill me. Help me or kill me. When these people showed that their alcoholism or their meth addiction or their heroin addiction was more important than me, well, that did hurt. And every time it made me want to blow my head off. Made me want to stick my head underneath the train tracks. Made me want to drink some Drano. Every time that I tried to get a hold of the FBI and they blew me off. Every time that I went to a hospital that was owned by Regional West Medical Centers. Every time I went to one of them hospitals, it reminded me I should have killed myself. If I'd have killed myself, these pieces of shit would have remembered me for who I am, not for who I have to be. You know, it keeps me from jumping out in front of a moving semi or sticking my head on the railroad tracks when them trains are moving real slow. The thought that even though people can see the conversations with the people that should have come forward, the fact is, we need all of this and everything that's on this computer and everything that's on that computer and everything that's in these phones to show the truth. And there's no safe place for my evidence. Death is a part of life, plain and simple. But I'm into saving lives, not taking them. I had to do desperate shit because I did not have anyone in my corner. I still don't. Mandy Singer is not in my corner, not because she doesn't want to be, but because she's got stuff going on in her own life that prevents it. Oh. And yeah, I am pissed off that she should have called Lisa last week. She should have written that last week. I reminded her and reminded her. She said she was gonna. I gotta make all these calls by myself, and they're not gonna go anywhere if I have to make them by myself. With Shannon Alvarado, with her drunken bullshit, you have no idea how much I just wanted to blow my fucking head off. Every time I had to listen to her and Rick fucking scream, and all I wanted to do was blow my fucking head off. When my brother wanted to get a hold of me after I'd already had to flee the state of Colorado for my fucking safety, just long enough to get the evidence gathered together so that I could show the truth. My older brother, Eric, he's the worst one. He is the worst one. I loved Eric my entire life and still do. I looked up to him. I can't look up to him now. There's nothing left of the man to look up to. He's a fucking coward and that's it. He doesn't love me. He's shown that. I don't mean shit to him. I don't mean shit to Jamie either. Her son still loves me. You can't take that away from me. Before Natalie died, I put the things up on the internet that I did out of desperation. Jamie Curtis was going to call me once a week to let me know that she was okay because she was afraid of living in the same town as James. Miss Jerry was already out of my life. Her son Tyler was out of my life. Candace Bondurant was out of my life. All of these people who I knew that ended up stabbing me in the back, they're all the same group of people that I got rid of while I was in Virginia for the same bullshit. Don't fucking gang up on me. Talk to me like I'm a fucking person, you piece of shit. You don't like what I fucking typed? Well, I didn't like what you fucking typed. Maybe we should talk to each other like human beings. Now, what's the difference between these people and Natalie in Virginia? That broken ass phone that I had was a broken ass phone. That wasn't my fault. Alicia Bollinger should have been smarter than to fucking give me a busted ass goddamn phone for my birthday. And you say, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I didn't want the phone. I just wanted to use my flip phone. I knew how to use my flip phone. But she wanted to tell me, oh, well, you're going to need map this and the other to get around here. The roads are horrible. I live here and I still have to use the map thing. Blah, 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 fucking blah. The reality is, nobody is going to fucking care as long as I am still alive. But I can't kill myself because I don't have a safe place for my evidence. Meanwhile, what happens if they trump up charges and fucking arrest me again and take all my goddamn evidence again and destroy more of it again? Is Mandy Singer gonna speak up? Is she gonna do anything about that? Probably not. She is afraid of losing her housing. I want to believe that she will. I want to believe that she'll look through it and she'll actually fight for me as a human being, but how is she gonna do that? She can't go to court with me on the 4th. I need someone to take my evidence. That's what I need. I need someone who actually cares about the truth to take my evidence. That's what I need. If my evidence is in the hands of somebody who's actually going to do something with it and actually going to fight for my rights, that's what I need. And until my evidence is safe, I can't kill myself. I can't blow my head off. I can't stick my head underneath the train tracks. I can't step in front of a Mack truck. I can't hang myself. Because then all these predators get away. And I know what I should be doing, according to you. Most of you who have ideas other than letting them get away with it, most of you think that I should be killing them. You think that I should kill them. That's what you believe I should do. What the fuck is wrong with you? You fucking grody pieces of shit. God bless America, right? No. Fuck this goddamn country.